violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's get into the video.
A body found in a quiet Gwinnett County neighborhood. We showed you this massive police presence swarming this street live on Channel 2 Action News at 6. Earlier, a man was found dead in the back of a truck on Tech Parkway in Lawrenceville.
So, guys, if you don't know about Lawrenceville, it's right outside of Atlanta. Gwinnett County, pretty dangerous. Okay, so this is a house out there in Gwinnett, man, or a neighborhood out there in Gwinnett. Body found in the back of the trunk. Can't be any, no good.
This is near Buford Highway. Channel 2's Ashley Lincoln live tonight in Lawrenceville. Ashley, you're hearing that truck had actually been out there for nearly a week?
That's right, Justin. It is definitely a bizarre case. That's how neighbors are describing this situation. That truck was parked here just off of this curb behind me as people drove by, as people walked by. So imagine how shocked the people are who live in this neighborhood were when they found out a body was inside that truck.
Wow. So it was there for a week. That's crazy.
Just very mind-boggling as to why they parked this truck here with a dead body.
Baffling is how Lawrenceville residents are describing this crime scene at the entrance of their subdivision.
It's out of the norm. I've been here 15 years and this is very abnormal.
See, we know that crime is going up all around the place, all around the country. But I don't know why they keep saying it's abnormal, because I've done stories in Gwinnett. We've done stories in Gwinnett already before on this channel, and I'm not even that deep into this channel, right? Like, I don't even have 100 videos, and we've already done hella stories on Gwinnett. So they act like it's not happening, and I don't know if these people have their heads in the sand or they just don't watch the news, but this is going on in Gwinnett often.
It's definitely strange.
Sunday afternoon, Gwinnett County Police say they received a call about a suspicious vehicle parked in the opposite direction in front of the Old Peachtree townhomes on Tech Center Parkway.
I wasn't surprised. I always knew that there was something fishy about that truck.
Resident Grace J. says she and several other neighbors noticed this truck had been sitting there for nearly a week.
So they noticed something fishy. Why don't you just call the police? Like, I don't know if they was on some no snitch and stuff, but like, if I seen a truck parked outside of my house or anywhere on the street for more than a day and it's just parked there the whole time and I don't recognize it, police getting called, because I just wanted to get towed. Honestly, it's an eyesore, and why would I pay for it to get towed?
I passed it for several days. It was very weird how it was parked going the opposite direction and just so close to the entrance. Something, even yesterday, I told myself, I think I need to call the cops.
That's a nice truck, though.
We're in the middle of investigating that.
Gwinnett County Police say when they arrived, they found a man dead in the back seat.
A lot goes into it. Obviously, we have to get, document the scene, kind of figure out. It's a bunch of puzzle pieces that we have to put together.
You can see all the blood and everything.
Residents say while they believe it's an isolated incident, it's still concerning.
There's a dead man in that truck, and everyone is shocked because this area is just always quiet.
And Ashley Lincoln back with us now live tonight. Ashley, we know that's still an active investigation there, but have police given any information on how that man died?
Yeah, we wanted to know that, Justin. Right now, they are not releasing a lot of details related to this case. We don't know how he died. We don't know how this truck got here. And they have not released any suspect information at this time. Of course, a lot of pieces to put together, but we will bring you updates as we get them related to this case. And of course, Justin, police are asking anyone with information to contact them.
Such a strange story. Thank you, Ashley. And of course,
We are learning more tonight about what happened on Friday morning when U.S. Marshals appeared at the front door of a woman in Manatee County. Now, she says she feels violated because of what happened right here. Fox 13's Catherine Hawley explains how the Marshals wound up there and what happened next.
Kata Staples says she is traumatized. The young mother still scared and shaken up from what happened Friday morning.
We were taking a nap, and my Ring doorbell kept alerting me that there was motion detected.
Kata was lying down with her 3-month-old daughter. When she opened the app, what she saw was shocking.
When I clicked on it, there was 2 men standing there in bulletproof vests with guns pointing at my door.
U.S. Marshals, come the door.
We're told.
Wow. How crazy is that?
The group from the U.S. Marshals Florida Caribbean Regional Fugitive Task Force was looking for a suspect wanted by the Manatee County Sheriff's Office for homicide.
Tell him to come out with his hands up. We know he's in there. The place is surrounded.
Nobody in here. Hold on, I'm coming. I was scared. I didn't really know what to do. I didn't want to open the door, but I was more scared that if I didn't open the door, they were going to come in.
When she cracks her door, she says the marshals usher her out, leading her down the breezeway.
Shamar, U.S. Marshals, come to the door.
The U.S. Marshal Service tells Fox 13 News Kata's apartment was never their target, but the team saw a man matching the suspect's description near her unit.
Wow. So they looking for a brother who's wanted on homicide, and you could tell he's a brother by the name. Let's go back.
There was probably 7.
Says the marshals usher her out, leading her down the breezeway.
Shamar, U.S. Marshals.
Jamar. Now, you know, I've never met a white dude named Jamar, but is it possible? Maybe. Okay. Could be an Arab guy, but I'm willing to bet it's a brother. So they seen a dude who matched the description near the apartment. They try and get into her apartment. Honestly, she got a lawsuit on her hands, I think. Maybe. You know what I mean? Since everybody's suing, she could say it was like emotional damage. I don't know, get 100,000, 200,000. Because she got guns pointed at her and her baby. So I guess there's a benefit in that, maybe, if she wants to pursue that route. But these dudes are looking for a homicide victim. Or I mean a suspect, homicide suspect. His name's Jamar. And him being on demon time has caused this woman and her young child to go through a traumatic situation. And honestly, I don't even know if they're like, how can they just come into your or try and knock on your door just because they seen somebody around the apartment? Did y'all see him go in? Come on.
Come to the door.
The U.S. Marshal Service tells Fox 13 News Kata's apartment was never their target, but the team saw a man matching the suspect's description near her unit.
There was probably 7 or 8 guys out there with guns.
Hold up, but hey.
3 of them
were their target, but the team.
Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys something, because y'all know them apartment complexes, they got the railing and all that stuff.
Saw a man matching the suspect's description.
It always be that one dude who just like smoking a cigarette right on this part. You know what I mean? Like, he always just smoking. You look at him, yo, what's up? You trying to walk down the stairs? What's good, bro? He don't even say nothing.
Near her unit.
There was probably 7 or 8 guys out there with guns. 3 of them run in my apartment with no warrant or anything and are just running around.
Confused, upset, and terrified. Kata says the encounter only lasted about 3 minutes.
You guys came to the wrong apartment.
You're all right. Yep, you're good.
The U.S. Marshals left as quickly as they came, saying they did arrest the suspect, Shamar Johnson, inside a nearby apartment.
Shamar. Oh, so he was there. I mean, look, Shamar, look at all the havoc he's causing. Obviously, he got the freeform dreads. That is an indication of demon time. Damn. Buddy wildin'.
Catherine Hawley, Fox 13 News.
Well, in a statement, the U.S. Marshals Service tells Fox 13 that if Kata hadn't spoken to the task force through her Ring doorbell, the members would not have had any contact with her.
At least 3 Philadelphia school children shot over the past few weeks. It's why district leaders came together today to announce steps they are taking to improve school safety. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Chris O'Connell, one of those students shot.
Damn. That knocked my headphones off. 3 students shot in the last 2 weeks. Sheesh. I wouldn't be wanting to go to those Philly schools, man.
A 17-year-old in the hospital fighting for his life.
And we did the story on Philadelphia loosening up their traffic violation rules, which I think is a bad idea because of so many murders that they're having. I mean, if y'all school students are getting shot, it's OV.
Our Kelly Rule spoke exclusively to that teen's mother. Kelly, you also have details on that announcement tonight.
Chris, that's exactly right. She tells me she's encouraged by these plans that the Philadelphia School District announced today, which includes a bigger, more visible police presence outside schools like Lincoln High School. But she tells me she wishes this could have come sooner.
He's resilient, he's a fighter, and that's just his personality.
Hold on, wasn't they talking all that defund the police in Philly? But now they want more police around the schools? That's odd.
It's not how Ivan's family expected to celebrate his 17th birthday Friday in the walls of a hospital room as the charismatic, athletic, social Abraham Lincoln High School student fights for his life.
He's still here. And there's so many other mothers
Some people
who
don't even make it to the hospital.
They don't make it to the hospital. They don't get that opportunity that I'm getting, that we're getting right now. We're on.
And the reason why they showing they sweet kicks, although those are really nice kicks, is because these women might be afraid to show their face because of retaliation. Because these dudes, see, when people say, "Oh man, civilians ain't snitches," bro, these dudes don't play by those rules. You think these guys in the streets are playing by any rules? No, they're doing whatever they want. So if they feel like somebody came on camera and talked against them and maybe gave a hint as to where they was at, they really might come back, spin the block. That's where that term comes from. Okay?
Right, we're on day 10. It's scary. Can't even send our kids to school.
His moms asked that we keep them anonymous. Ivan was wounded when police say 21-year-old Aaron Scott started firing shots at a group. Ivan was wounded when police say 21.
Oh, Aaron Scott. I mean, honestly, I don't see any really obvious indications of demon time. But I mean, he got it in his eyes, I guess, if you could say, because mugshot is crazy.
1-year-old Aaron Scott started firing shots at a group of teens at the intersection of Roland and Ryans Avenues October 18th, shortly after school let out. 65-year-old Jeffrey Carter, simply driving through the intersection at the time, was shot and killed.
Wow. Dang, man. RIP to Jeffrey, bro. That's... sheesh. And they want to loosen the traffic violation. I mean, a lot of these crimes are happening on the roads. A lot of dudes is doing drive-bys and all that stuff. So you want to handcuff the police so that they cannot catch people who might indicate signs of doing something unlawful. This is where the society is going.
And we now have our children going to school and our parents going to school and our school leaders scared. That's just not acceptable.
Oh, well, it is, because y'all was talking all that defund the police. You got these liberals out here confusing the sisters, confusing the people, making you guys ask for less safe. You guys are asking for less safe.
At least 3 Philadelphia.
Chief Kevin Bethel of the district's Office of School Safety says they created 25 safety zones around Philly schools this week, enhancing the coverage police already had in many areas.
Hold on. But hold on.
killed.
And we now have our children going to school and our parents going to school and our school leaders scared. That's just not acceptable.
More than a week later, Thursday, a visible Philadelphia police presence at school dismissal. Chief Kevin Bethel of the district's Office of School Safety says they created 25 safety zones around Philly schools this week, enhancing the coverage police already.
Okay, so I told you guys about dudes who are on demon time in the slides and the face mask. I mean, at this point, even though it looks like he knows the cop, he dapped him up. At this point, you cannot tell who is on what. Let's run it back. Like, if he knows him, obviously, because he's smiling when he looked him in the eye, whatever, he's probably a student. But this could be a random dude with his whole face is covered. Like, I just think it's funny. They're telling you to wear the mask and this and the third, and it's gonna get a lot of people. It's already gotten a lot of people clapped.
The coverage police already had in many areas. He says Lincoln High School will be one of 4 schools, part of a pathway program they hope to start by the end of the school year, which will involve paid adults and leaders of community groups to be there as kids come and go from school.
Who know the community, who know the kids, and can support us in that work.
I do appreciate the police presence that was there because they saved him. Could it be more? Absolutely. Parents, could we all get out and help? Of course.
The day Ivan was shot, 2 plainclothes police officers stationed in the area ran towards the shooter and arrested him. Less than a week before, police say someone fired shots at a different Lincoln student, but that student was not injured.
Wow. So it's just shots going off on your way to school.
Ivan's moms are hopeful by the changes, but wish they came sooner.
But it shouldn't have taken my son to get shot and another man to get killed for that to happen.
Now, between district money and grant money, there is more than $700,000 going towards this new Safe Paths program. Ivan's family members also started a GoFundMe to help with his medical expenses. We will have a link to that on fox29.com. And Chris, so far, it's up to more than $17,000. Speaks volumes.
At least that is good news. Kelly Rule live.
Hey, GoFundMe got 17 bands. I mean, that's cool.
First tonight in Mayfair. Thanks, Kelly.
So, guys, I also want to show you another video of how these dudes is really on demon time out here in Atlanta. Okay, it's extremely dangerous to live in Atlanta. Black Atlanta, Wakanda, right? And the reason why it's like this is because they have also had a woke movement in the city. There was a controversy earlier with the Rashad Brooks situation where police officers were at odds with Keisha Lance Bottoms, right? Because she out here speaking against the police, okay? When this city is extremely dangerous, man. So anyways, this woman writes, on Tuesday, a man followed me home and attempted to break in. And Gwinnett is right around Atlanta, and that's where we found that dead body. So, hey. He had zip ties, put on gloves. He tried breaking every window, shoving open my front door. He tore my balcony screen off. The attack lasted 15 minutes while I waited for the police. He fled before they arrived. Y'all sisters gonna have to start getting strapped. I know it's strong and independent and all this stuff. I get it. But y'all need to start carrying that fire, especially if you in Atlanta.
Camera recording. Come here, guys. Come here, boo. Have a good day. Have a good day.
She done picked the dog up, yanked the dog, because she seen the dude pulling up with the hoodie. She knew he was on demon time. Hold on. Did she racially profile this guy? Did she racially profile this guy? Did she rush her dog inside because racially profiling?
Have a good day.
I mean, how'd she know he was on demon time? Why did she feel the need to rush? Okay.
Have a good day.
He was busting slack. Notice how he pulled the pants up. I mean, guys, it's obvious indicators, but if you guys don't use your brain and on the real deal, start. I mean, I'm not saying go out of your way and say something, but bruh, this man is obviously on demon time. Protect yourselves. That's what I'm saying. He busting slack, pull the britches up.
The door. Camera recording.
He tried blanket out. Oh my God. This man got gloves on, bro. He was on complete demon time. These are the weirdos in Atlanta. These are the sickos in Atlanta, but everybody telling you to move to Atlanta.
Now at 11.
Governor Cuomo sexually harassed current and former state employees in violation of both federal and state laws.
New York's governor.
Yo, look at the man's face. And literally, it's people in the comment section on Instagram posts in the shade room defending him. When you just seen a black woman say that he sexually harassed people in the State Department. A black woman said this now. And then we got folks in the comment section talking about, oh, you know, leave a man alone, this, that, and third. Like, bruh, where was all this energy for Cosby? Because we got 12 women out against him, I believe, if not more.
In violation of both federal and state laws.
New York's governor fighting for his political life in the wake of a blistering report detailing a sweeping pattern of behavior.
A political life? What about his freedom?
These women went through hell. He put them through hell.
And a so-called climate of fear created in his own office.
Words that witnesses have used repeatedly to describe it include toxic, hostile, abusive.
Tonight, the denial.
The facts are much different than what has been portrayed.
And the deepening crisis as the political fallout now reaches the White House.
Are you now calling on him to resign?
Yes.
And
hold on, but what about Biden resigning? Because he got an allegation. He got a taking the WAP allegation against him.
Tonight, 12 hours after the Attorney General released that report, the fallout continues to grow. Thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm Adam Cooperstein.
And I'm Natalie Pasquarelli. You just heard the president calling on Governor Cuomo to resign. Tonight, governors from neighboring states are now echoing that call. It's the latest response to the damning findings of the AG's civil review, which included accounts of unwanted touching and suggestive comments by 11 women, most current or former state employees.
Now, this day is nearly over, but the political firestorm is not. Government Affairs reporter Melissa Russo kicks off our team coverage with what lies ahead for the embattled governor.
From the White House,
I think he should resign.
To the Albany State House, Governor Cuomo's fellow Democrats want him out. In a key development, the state assembly speaker with the power to impeach now announcing that Governor Cuomo has lost the confidence of the assembly's Democratic majority and can no longer remain in office.
But look how long they stood with him, bro. Like, and this is how a lot of these Democrats are. They try and act holier than thou, but in their personal lives, they doing God knows what.
Cuomo remains defiant.
That is just not who I am.
As pressure mounted from both New York's.
Well, that is who you are, and that's who. And he's one of the reasons why New York is less safe than it is now. But it's not only who he is, but it's who his brother is too, Andrew, right? Because he was groping shorties too. So that it sounds like it's a toxic family culture.
Senators.
As I said, I continue to believe that he should resign.
And the governors of New Jersey, Connecticut.
Look how he said that so dreadingly. Like, as I said, come on, G. He didn't even want to answer the question. Like they pressed them on it.
Pennsylvania and Rhode Island, who said in a joint statement they're appalled at the Attorney General's findings and urged Cuomo to resign.
Governor Andrew Cuomo, sexually harass current and former New York State employees by engaging in unwelcome and non-consensual touching.
In compiling the 168-page report, investigators conducted 179 interviews with accusers, staffers, and witnesses, finding the 11 Cuomo accusers credible and the governor's denials not. One new...
Wow. You got 11 shorties after him. And we got people on social media defending him. Don't worry, guys. I'll show you guys the comment sections.
Accuser is an unnamed female state trooper who met the governor at an event on the RFK bridge. According to the report, Cuomo then recruited her to work on his security detail. She alleges the governor made sexualized comments, ran his hand across her belly, and another time in an elevator ran his finger down her neck to the center of her back.
See, this is what these old head white dudes be doing. They be trying to and I'm not saying it's just a white dude thing. It's definitely, you know, a lot of these predatory older folks. But that's like how they be doing, you know, try and act like the old man and get a touchy feel like some lame ass shit. It's like how Biden be doing.
Were not isolated incidents. They were part of a pattern.
Another new accuser, Virginia Lemiatis, says instead of shaking her hand when he met her, Governor Cuomo pressed his hands on her breasts as he read the words on her T-shirt.
The facts are much different than what has been portrayed.
In a pre-taped, carefully choreographed response today that included its own slideshow, Cuomo said he's just old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned, i.e. grapey.
And touches people to display warmth.
They ascribe motives I never had.
The AG's report includes audio of Cuomo singing to then staffer Charlotte Bennett on the phone.
Do you love me? Do you really love me? Do you love me?
Yo, this man's creepy, and she's over here laughing. I'm dead. Yo, this dude is weird.
Do you care?
Cuomo now offering a new explanation for why he questioned Bennett about her sex life, saying she reminded him of a member of his own family who had also survived sexual assault, and he was trying to help.
This young woman brought it all back. She's about the same age. I thought I could help her work through a difficult time. I did it.
Well, were you the one who did it to your family member? I mean, now it draws into question if he was responsible.
Ask her questions I don't normally ask people.
Bennett responded Tuesday night to say, don't buy it.
Do you think he's gaslighting you?
Absolutely. He's trying to justify himself by making me out to be someone who can't tell the difference between sexual harassment and mentorship.
Now the Albany DA says he's reviewing the report to see whether any criminal charges are merited.
It's pretty clear that we have an obligation here.
The governor clearly looking to ride this out somehow. He wants to win a fourth term next year, but if the assembly votes to impeach, he'll have to step aside immediately.
Bruh, this man cannot stay in office. And this is how these politics work, bro. Like, he's really Bro, this man... I ain't saying he deserved to get locked up, but he definitely need to be charged with something.
Pending a final determination in the state Senate. Melissa Russo, News 4 New York.
All right, Melissa, thanks. And prior to the release of today's report, initial public opinion research showed that a majority of New York voters thought the governor should not resign. But with the attorney general's findings...
Wow. So that just goes to show you that the voters are clueless. That just goes to show you that the voters, they're full of it. You know what I'm saying? Because the voters are the ones who talking about, believe all women. And then when 11 women come out, just because it's about the good old boy Cuomo, yeah, I mean, you just riding with it. They riding till the wheels fall off, baby.
Revealed, is this still the case? News 4's Shaggy Beckford took that question to voters in his home borough of Queens.
Well, even here in the governor's home borough of Queens, many agree Cuomo should resign. But there are some holdouts who worry about losing Cuomo's leadership as the state continues to navigate the pandemic.
I know he's done a lot for us.
In Cuomo's home borough of Queens, Iris Gritano wants the governor to keep his job.
So I'm really torn. I understand about the women and everything, but...
Wow, this is an older woman selling y'all out, man. So much for feminism, bruh. It's a joke.
I think if someone else comes in, I don't think they're going to do as good for us.
But Paul Paley, like most people we heard from, believes the governor should step down.
I swear they be thinking this job is so hard, bruh. Honestly, I'm not saying it ain't stressful, but you paper pushing and reading. And if you got some sense, you can do the damn job.
I think he needs to resign. I mean, if so many people have come forward, I think the evidence is overwhelming.
The bombshell findings of sexual harassment in the state attorney general's report and the governor's hardline response denying wrongdoing while blaming misinterpretations and politics, not scoring points with some voters or legal experts.
A pre-recorded response is chicken. I think he should come out on TV later on the news and speak up.
I think that
he just needs to resign straight up. It's crazy that he's still in office.
this was a strategic error on his part to be going out there and making this statement.
Michael Bachner, a former prosecutor and criminal defense
That's some weirdo stuff, bro. He over here kissing people and stuff. Come on.
attorney, believes Cuomo's montage meant to show his history of doling out hugs and kisses to everyone backfired.
Showing photos, for example, of him acting, kissing or touching people that he says in sensual fashion because that's just the way he deals with people generally. Well, you know, there are women out there who say that he touched their breasts, he touched their buttocks, he engaged in what, if is true, is clearly criminal conduct.
Checky Beckford reporting, News 4, New York.
Now, our coverage of the investigation and the fallout continues right now online. You'll find the complete report and Governor Cuomo's 85-page response on NBCNewYork.com, also our NBC4 New York app.
According to the Attorney General's report, the governor sexually harassed 11 women.
And now, months after the first accusations were made public, some of the women are reacting to Cuomo's resignation. CBS 2's Natalie Duddridge has more on that.
The attorney representing Charlotte Bennett, one of the 11 women who accused Governor Cuomo of acting inappropriately, says her client is still processing the news of his resignation.
Perhaps a sense of relief, only in that, maybe this means the governor will stop denying.
Man, he ain't finna stop denying. It's OV.
Her allegations against him.
Lindsey Boylan, former aide to the governor, reacted swiftly on Twitter, saying in part, "From the beginning, I simply asked that the governor stop his abusive behavior. It became abundantly clear he was unable to do that, instead attacking and blaming victims until the end." Attorney Marian Wang, representing two other accusers, shared this statement saying, "My clients feel both vindicated and relieved that Cuomo will no longer be in a position of power over anyone. His efforts through his paid attorney over the last few days to gaslight and attack the brave women who came forward apparently served no purpose." Governor Cuomo's
But yet we still have women out here defending him.
resignation came minutes after his lawyer, Rita Glavin, picked apart accusers' claims that he sexually assaulted them, adding the Attorney General's report was rife with errors.
It failed to collect relevant evidence. The investigators credited people that they know had lied in the past or had motives to lie.
And this is why you hire a female attorney, because she is going to, boom. She's on code.
And the report didn't explore this or any of it.
But Sonia Osorio, the president of the National Organization for Women in New York, says it's clear legally the governor had no other option but to resign.
What we have seen is a slew of laws that have been passed for sex crimes, for sexual harassment, for legal protections in the workplace, many that affect mostly women. And Governor Cuomo actually is someone who signed many of those into law with his own hand.
Advocates say the hope is now that women in the workplace and on the street will feel safer reporting harassment and abuse. Natalie Duddridge, CBS 2 News.
And stay with CBS 2 News for continuing coverage on the resignation of Governor Cuomo. We've got every angle covered for you throughout this broadcast, plus his complete announcement on our website, as well as a slideshow of his career, a timeline of events, and more on the Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul coming into the governorship. It's all there for you at cbsnewyork.com.
These allegations we've heard before, they were raised in the Attorney General's report, which went to approximately 160 pages earlier this summer, detailing a whole host of allegations. And as you said, allegations that the governor has previously denied. But this one in particular struck out because a woman came forward named Brittany Comiso, who talked to CBS News and alleged the very same type of behavior that's included in today's criminal complaint. Now, the criminal
they coming in draws, man.
Complaint does not name the victim, and attempts to reach Comiso and her attorneys have not been successful. So we don't know whether or not she is in fact the victim that is referred to in this criminal complaint. But it does involve an incident, according to the documents at the governor's mansion, where he allegedly put his hand under her shirt and grabbed her breast.
Yo, this man's wilding. See, that's where the old, oh, I'm just an old man, and you can't ride with it no more. You over here touching shorties in a, you know what I mean? In a no-nos wear. He ain't never heard the song, "Hey, don't touch me there, that's my no-nos rare," and then they, spell out the word.
According to this criminal complaint, they say that on top of information that they've learned, on top of statements that they've received, they've also reviewed cell phone records, believe it or not, BlackBerry PIN messages, if you can remember those, shared among the New York State Police, as well as his New York State Police travel records, specifically his plane travel records, and other various types of information that they've obtained in the course of this investigation by the Albany County Sheriff's Office. It was not a case brought by the district attorney, but it was brought by the Sheriff's Office. And the next step for Governor Cuomo, who has denied all of these allegations and has called it political, is to be in court on November 17th at 2:30 p.m. That's the next time we'll see him, and he'll have to answer for those charges then, Kelly.
BlackBerry PIN messages brings back memories. Tom, thank you.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.